Well, the field is fired as they go off on their first of 4 preliminary laps. And, Jimmy, when you take a look at the weather here today, it could not be finer for a fall afternoon in the Tobacco Valley of Connecticut. The temperature's right there at 58 degrees. No chance of rain. It's going to make for some interesting track conditions. Meanwhile, when you take a look at what's at stake here at the Stafford Motor Speedway, you're going to do it on a half-mile, perfectly half-mile, 15 feet from the inside apron. But what's tricky is each set of turns are totally different.
Yeah, what's interesting about Stafford is flatter. So the key to Stafford is roll these corners. That's going to be it, Jackie.
With $83,000 the total purse, one thing we're assured of is the fact that we will have a new winner because Donnie Leah is not here. Taking a look at the starting grid as we find Eric Beers on the pole, flanked by Eddie Flemke Jr. And here is where we have our first eyes-ons. In fact, our first eyes-on goes to the guy that's starting on the inside. Let's check in with Kelly Stavitz.
On Ron Silken at number 6 car for a few reasons. First of all, he's always run well here. He used to be part of that SK series and had success. And he's been really fast in these tour cars as well. He just hasn't quite had the good luck that he's needed to come away with a win. Also, he's 4th in the point standings, but he knows he's kind of on the outside looking in. And so the most important thing for him is just to get that win. He can afford to be a little bit more aggressive than maybe some of the other guys. And finally, Ron Silk is coming into Stafford here hot. This guy has 7 top 5 finishes in the last 8 races, Jack. So I'm looking at that 6 car.
Well, I'm just going to stay right in row 2 because my eyes on are going to that number 3. The Bowler family, number 3 on the outside, that is being wheeled by 19-year-old Ryan Priest. Currently 6th in the point standings, but more importantly, he finally got his first victory here at the Stafford Motor Speedway this year in an SK Modified. Going further deeper into the field, Eric Burton, Rowan Pennick will fill out row number 3. Justin Bonsignor won the course pole position, but he, after the redraw, will start in row 4. Mike Stefanik back there in row 4 as well. Row 5, Eric Rudolph and Bobby Santos will be watching them in row 6. Rob Summers, Chuck Hosfeld, Ted Christopher fills row 7, along with Eric Goodall, Jimmy Blewett, and Glenn Tyler in row 8. And then, Jimmy, your eyes on guys in row 9.
I like this guy, Todd Zagerty, in the number 2 car. He is a past champion, 2003. His last win came here in Stafford, August. Brand new Troyer debut car, and I believe this is my guy today.
Going through the rest of the field, as you watch them roll through, we watch these cars begin to tighten up, and a capacity crowd is wishing them well. This will be about the slowest they will go, even during restarts, down this front straightaway until the victory celebratory lap in about 150.
Jackie, as you see these fans waving their hats, and this is a tradition. This fall final special, the leaves are starting to turn. Last race of the season before the winter comes. So just got to thank the fans for coming out for this event. They're going to see a great race today, no question.
As I said, a capacity crowd, and you're beginning to see tinges of red and some of the colors that really light up this Tobacco Valley in Connecticut. Not too far away from the University of Connecticut, home of the basketball Huskies and now the football Huskies. But right now, there's no basketball. There is no football. We have a field of 31 cars teaming at the bit, waiting for the green flag. Slowly out of turn number 4. Here they come. Beers will lead them down. Green is out. Flemke on the inside. Here comes Silk on the inside.
What we're talking about here.
Oh, trouble already. One car has gone around, collects another, and everybody sneaks by.
No caution yet. Guy can't get a start. I believe there will be a caution.
First caution for Georgie Brunhusel III.
We saw quickly there, Jack. What was happening is these guys are starting to try to establish. Stafford's a track where you've got to save your tires. When are you going to pit? It's going to be the key factor in trying to say, pit too early, you're out of tires at the end. Pit too late, do you have enough time to get to the front? Going to be a critical decision today. So these guys are quickly trying to get in line to start looking at that situation.
So kind of an abortive start here, but this will result in at least going into the first caution. A little bit unusual if you remember in the last race here. We went a long time without a caution, but it does give us an opportunity to check in with our in-race reporter, Mike Stefanik, currently in the second position. Mike Stefanik, this is Jack Arute up in the Versus booth. You read us?
Yeah, go ahead, Jackie.
So what do you think? You're 7 points behind Bobby Santos. What do you do?
I just go racing, you know. Gonna try to come here and win this race. You know, we've never led the points this year, so I don't feel any pressure that way. We just got to come here, run strong, try to get out of here with a win. That's my plan.
We always talk about tires, Mike. Is this going to be a case where conservation is going to come into play, or do the temperatures let them last a little more?
No, these Hoosier tires are pretty good here. They call it Stafford for these compounds. These tires won't back up too much. They'll drop off about 3/10. They'll level off. New tires will definitely, have to go on the car. 3 tires will go on this car at some point, probably around halfway.
All right, we wish you the best. Thanks. I think that's the key, Jimmy. When do you want to pit? We've seen so many different choices here at Stafford, and at this point in time, all right, you've gotten your tires a little bit up to temperature, and then you've gone back to caution. Now you got to do it all over again, double foul restart. It's in essence a complete restart.
And what happens, Jackie, you mentioned restarts. It's harder on these tires to let them cool a little bit. Even though we only ran a half of a corner, it still put heat in them. And you get these cycles, and this is what you got to watch for as a driver. Don't put too many cycles of spinning them tires.
If you're new to NASCAR's Whelen Modified Tour Series, this is not Nextel Cup. These cars are lighter. They have a 650 horsepower engine, and what they've got is they've got a tire track that's about double the size that Jimmy Johnson and company use.
The thing is these cars here are also lightning fast.
And you can see how lightning fast as they come up through the gearbox, and Eric Beers takes the advantage as he goes down into turn number 1. The contest is for that second spot. Looks as if Silk has snuck by to take over second.
Seeing Silk establish himself this year as a consistent runner, consistently in the top 5 and top 5 finishes.
Take a look on the inside of Eddie Flemke, just to the left of your screen. There he is the 16 of Mike Stefanik, not wasting any time trying to get to the front. Stefanik currently being posted in that 4th position.
And we saw in the summer with Mike, his car just was a little too loose. So we're thinking that the track conditions today being a lot cooler than it was in the summer, his car just might be suited for this condition today.
With these cars and with these speeds, sometimes it does not pay to be patient. I think that's the case for the guy that is pounding on the leader right now. Darting into the inside is Ronnie Silk in the 6 car. We are looking for a lead change, and we get it out of turn number 4. And look who takes advantage. Eric Byrne, a privateer entry, runs only nominally at Thompson and Stafford. He has moved into second, and here comes Stefanik, pounding on Beers on the inside into turn number 3.
What happened there, the door opened up by the 6 car, Silk, moving up a little bit on the 76 Beers. It allows him to drop all the way back to 4th, the place he doesn't want to be after leading.
It has been a disappointing season for the car that is running in that second position as we watch the battle down the back straightaway. That silver car for Eric Byrne. As I say, he's a part-time competitor. He's been on the pole at Stafford in the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour Series, but last outing here, he failed to finish the race. Right now, he is all over Ronnie Silk, who, by the way, is the godson of a guy that you and I know very well, and that, of course, is Randy LaJoie.
Yeah, the thing I want to get back to Byrne is Byrne was involved in a chain reaction accident real early here at Stafford. But Silk, the thing about Randy LaJoie, we know the success that even Don LaJoie has had at the local track here at Danbury. Well, it's about 45 minutes away. But, it seems modified if you think back over the years. It's your son, your cousin. It's a big series of family-related racing.
So you're saying, where is Bobby Santos? He has moved to 10th position, challenging Justin Bonsignor there, the white number 51, using the outside. So far, I see maybe just a little bit of impatience balanced with being told to be patient by the yellow Mystic Missile of Mr. Santos.
Well, being the points leader, he sees this nemesis up in front of him. He's saying, listen, I'm not too dumb, but I can add. And there's a lot of spots between me and Mike Stefanik, and I don't like it, so I'm going to have to do something here.
I think for Santos right now, what he wants to do is get it to where he can add it all on one hand. Your leader continues to be Ron Silk. Eric Byrne is second. Stefanik, Pennick, and Beers fill out the top 5.